What if I told you that your dinner could actually improve your vision? Sounds wild, right? I mean, we're used to hearing about magic pills or miracle potions that supposedly fix everything. But this is something different. Imagine if something as simple as a casserole, made from ingredients you probably already have in your kitchen, could actually help protect and even enhance your eyesight. Sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, doesn't it? But stay with me here, because what I'm about to share with you isn't just some far-fetched claim. It's backed by real science, and the results might just surprise you. You've probably been told that carrots are good for your eyes, right? But what if I told you that there are a few more ingredients, even more powerful than carrots, that can work together to improve your vision? This isn't about some overpriced eye drop or costly supplement. It's about the food you eat every day. And no, I'm not suggesting you become a health guru or start eating kale smoothies for every meal. This is a simple, easy-to-make casserole that's actually packed with the perfect combination of nutrients your eyes need. So if you've ever found yourself squinting at your phone screen, dealing with eye strain after a long day at the computer, or just wishing you didn't need glasses to see clearly, this might just be the answer you didn't know you were looking for. Stick around, because this isn't just a recipe, it's a potential game changer for your vision. Alright, so what's the secret behind this casserole? Well, here's the thing. There's a combination of ingredients in this dish that work together in a way that actually supports and protects your eyes. And no, it's not some complicated superfood or obscure ingredient you'll never find at your local grocery store. We're talking about real, whole foods that pack a punch when it comes to nourishing your eyes. This isn't about some magical remedy that will have you ditching your glasses overnight. But over time, these ingredients can really make a difference. We're talking about foods rich in vitamins, antioxidants, and compounds that support your retina, improve circulation, and even protect you from the harmful blue light we're all constantly exposed to. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, sounds interesting, but how does it actually work? Well, hold on tight, because I'm about to dive into the specifics. These aren't just random foods thrown together. They're carefully selected for their unique properties that support healthy vision. Ready to find out which powerhouse ingredients make this casserole more than just a tasty meal? Let's get into it. So let's talk about the key players in this vision-boosting casserole. These aren't just your typical vegetables. They're packed with the kind of nutrients your eyes really need. And trust me, once you hear about these ingredients, you'll be amazed at how simple it is to support your eye health just by cooking a meal. First up, sweet potatoes. Yeah, I know. Sweet potatoes might not sound like the most exciting ingredient at first, but let me tell you, they're a game changer for your eyes. They're loaded with beta-carotene, which, when consumed, turns into vitamin A in your body. And guess what? Vitamin A is crucial for maintaining healthy vision. It helps keep your retina functioning properly, which is essential for clear eyesight. Without enough vitamin A, your retina can't do its job as well. Ever notice how your night vision starts to get blurry as you get older? That's often due to a lack of vitamin A. So by adding sweet potatoes to this casserole, you're not only getting a delicious, comforting dish, you're also giving your eyes the nutrients they need to see better, especially in low-light situations. Sounds pretty awesome, right? But we're not stopping there. Let's move on to another powerhouse ingredient. Now that we've talked about why sweet potatoes are so important, let's dive deeper into how they actually help your eyes. It's all about that beta-carotene, the natural pigment that gives sweet potatoes their vibrant orange color. Your body converts beta-carotene into vitamin A, which is like fuel for your eyes. Without enough vitamin A, your retina can't function properly. That means your ability to see clearly, especially in dim light, can start to fade. And here's the kicker. This isn't just a nice-to-have nutrient. It's essential for maintaining the health of your retina, the part of your eye that plays a huge role in how you see. When you're lacking vitamin A, you might notice your night vision starting to suffer. Or you could experience dry eyes or blurred vision. But with sweet potatoes on your plate, you're giving your body the raw materials it needs to keep everything running smoothly. Plus, sweet potatoes aren't just good for your eyes. They're full of fiber, vitamins, and antioxidants that support overall health, making this casserole a win for your entire body. So when you toss those sweet potato chunks into your casserole dish, you're not just adding flavor, you're adding the foundation for healthier vision. Now let's talk about another incredible ingredient that makes this casserole so powerful for your eyes. Kale. You might not get as excited about kale as you do about sweet potatoes, but trust me, this leafy green is like the unsung hero of your vision. It's loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that are absolute superheroes when it comes to protecting your eyes. These two nutrients are crucial for filtering out harmful blue light, which, let's face it, we're all exposed to more than we'd like. Whether it's from staring at our phone screens, computer monitors, or the harsh light from TVs, blue light can do some serious damage over time. It can contribute to eye strain, fatigue, and even age-related macular degeneration, AMD, which is one of the leading causes of vision loss as we get older. Not exactly the future we want for our eyes, right? Here's where kale comes to the rescue. Lutein and zeaxanthin act like bodyguards for your eyes, protecting them from the harmful effects of blue light exposure. Think of them as the shield that keeps the damaging rays from getting to your retina. These antioxidants also help reduce the risk of AMD by supporting the health of the macula, the part of your retina responsible for central vision. But that's not all. Kale is also packed with vitamin C, which helps with collagen production and keeps the blood vessels in your eyes strong. And let's not forget about the fiber, calcium, and vitamin K, which make kale a superfood for your whole body, not just your eyes. So when you add kale to this casserole, you're not only boosting your eye health, but you're also giving your body a whole range of nutrients that keep everything functioning at its best. And the best part? Kale has a mild flavor when cooked in a casserole, so you're not biting into a leafy green and gagging. It just blends in perfectly with other ingredients, making it a subtle but essential part of the recipe. So next time you're tossing some kale into your casserole, remember that it's doing a lot more than just adding a little extra green to the plate. It's working hard to protect your eyes and keep them sharp. Now that you've heard about the amazing benefits of sweet potatoes and kale, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture here. What's really going on when you combine these two powerhouse ingredients? You get a 1-2 punch of protection for your eyes. The sweet potatoes are providing that essential vitamin A to keep your retina in top shape, while kale is flooding your system with lutein and zeaxanthin, two antioxidants that are practically bodyguards for your eyes. But here's where it gets even more interesting. These ingredients don't just work independently. Together, they amplify each other's effects. Think of it like the dream team of vision health. While sweet potatoes are focused on keeping your retina strong, kale is shielding your eyes from harmful blue light, which we know can be a major contributor to eye strain and long-term damage. It's not just about preventing problems either. These ingredients can also help improve your current vision. If you've ever found yourself squinting to read fine print or struggling to adjust your eyes after spending a few hours in front of a screen, you know what it's like to feel the toll on your eyes. Well, by consistently eating foods like sweet potatoes and kale, you're not only reducing the risk of future damage, but you're also helping your eyes recover from the strain they face every day. And we haven't even touched on how these foods can help with night vision. That's right. Those darker, foggier moments when you're trying to adjust to a dimly lit room or navigating in low light. With the vitamin A from the sweet potatoes and the antioxidants from the kale, your eyes will be better equipped to handle those situations. You'll find that your eyes stay sharper, longer, and are less likely to get tired after long hours of screen time or reading. So, what does this all mean for you? By adding these two ingredients to your casserole, you're not just eating a tasty meal, you're fueling your eyes with the kind of nutrients they crave for better performance, protection, and recovery. Whether you're looking to fight off eye fatigue, protect against macular degeneration, or just improve your overall vision, this combo is working hard behind the scenes to make sure your eyes are in the best shape possible. And all of this is happening while you're enjoying a comforting, delicious dish. How cool is that? So now that we've covered why these ingredients are so good for your eyes, you're probably wondering, how do I actually make this eye-boosting casserole? Don't worry, it's simpler than you might think. We're not talking about some fancy recipe that requires hours in the kitchen or ingredients you can only find at a specialty store. This casserole is all about keeping things easy, nutritious, and delicious. First off, it's not just packed with nutrients. It's also super simple to prepare. You don't need to be a gourmet chef to pull this off. In fact, it takes just a few basic steps to get this casserole ready to go, and you'll have a dish that's not only eye-friendly, but family-approved too. So if you're looking for a way to make sure your whole family is getting those essential vitamins and antioxidants while still enjoying a hearty, comforting meal, this casserole is the way to go. The beauty of this recipe is that you can prep it in advance, making it perfect for busy evenings when you don't want to spend hours cooking. You can even make a bigger batch and have leftovers for the next day. Who doesn't love a good meal prep win? And the best part? You'll be nourishing your eyes while enjoying a dish that's satisfying, easy, and full of flavor. So, what do you say? Let's jump right into the simple steps for putting this casserole together, starting with the basic ingredients. You're just a few steps away from giving your eyes the support they deserve. And you don't even need to break a sweat in the kitchen. Let's get cooking. All right, let's get down to the fun part, actually putting this casserole together. Grab your ingredients because we're about to make some eye-boosting magic happen. First, you'll need about 2 cups of sweet potatoes, chopped into bite-sized cubes. These little guys are the base of the casserole, bringing in all that beta-carotene goodness. They'll cook down perfectly to create a soft, rich texture in your dish. Next, take a bunch of fresh kale, about 2 cups worth, and chop it into small pieces. I know kale might not be your favorite veggie, but trust me, once it's baked into this casserole, you won't even notice it. It just adds a nice earthy flavor and all the nutrients that'll be working overtime to protect your eyes. Now, toss the sweet potatoes and kale together in a large bowl. I like to give everything a little mix around at this point to get them nice and evenly distributed, but we're not stopping there. Let's add some flavor. Throw in a finely chopped onion and a couple of cloves of garlic. These are key for adding flavor depth to the casserole. And let's be real, garlic and onion are never a bad combo. They also have health benefits beyond just tasting delicious. Garlic has anti-inflammatory properties, and onions are full of antioxidants that support overall health, so your eyes aren't the only thing getting a boost. Once your veggies are all mixed together, it's time to add a bit of creaminess. Pour in about a half cup of low-fat sour cream or Greek yogurt to bind everything together. This will help give your casserole that rich texture without weighing you down with extra fat. Plus, it's a good source of protein to help keep you full. Now for the best part, cheese. You'll want a small handful of shredded mozzarella or a low-fat cheese that melts well. You don't need to go overboard here. Just a light sprinkle on top to get that golden bubbly crust we all love. Mix everything up in your bowl, and once it's nice and combined, transfer it into a greased casserole dish. Spread it out evenly, making sure everything's nice and snug. This is where the magic happens. These ingredients will bake together to form the perfect combination of soft, cheesy, nutrient-packed goodness. Once you've got everything in the dish, you're ready to pop it in the oven. But hold tight, we're just getting started. Before we throw this masterpiece into the oven, let's add just a few more ingredients to really make it sing. You know, those extra little touches that elevate the flavor and give your casserole that special something. First, let's bring in some spices. You don't have to go crazy with them. Just a pinch of salt, a dash of pepper, and a sprinkle of paprika will do wonders. Paprika especially adds a slight smokiness that complements the sweetness of the potatoes and the earthiness of the kale. It's a simple addition, but it really helps to bring out the depth of flavor in this dish. Next, for a touch of extra richness, drizzle a little olive oil over the top of the casserole. Olive oil is full of healthy fats, and it'll help everything cook up beautifully, giving you a crisp, golden finish on the edges of the sweet potatoes and kale. It's the kind of simple addition that makes everything taste a little more luxurious without any extra effort. If you're feeling adventurous, you can even throw in a small handful of nuts, like chopped walnuts or almonds. They'll add a satisfying crunch to the casserole and give you an extra dose of healthy fats and protein, making this meal not only great for your eyes, but for your whole body. Plus, the nuts add a nice contrast to the creamy texture of the casserole, making each bite more exciting. And don't forget the lemon zest. A little bit of lemon zest sprinkled on top before baking will give the casserole a burst of brightness and freshness, balancing out all the rich, savory flavors. It's like adding a little pop of sunshine to each bite. Now, once everything is all mixed together and the flavors have been amped up with these final touches, you're ready to put it in the oven. But here's the deal. This casserole isn't just about throwing everything in and hoping for the best. The next step is key to making sure all those nutrients are absorbed properly and the flavors meld together perfectly. So let's talk about baking it to perfection. Now the real magic happens. It's time to bake. Preheat your oven to 305 degrees, 190 C, and let it warm up while you prepare the casserole. The baking time here is key to getting that perfect texture, crispy on the top, soft and creamy inside. The goal is to cook everything evenly so your sweet potatoes are tender and the kale has had time to soften and meld with the other flavors. Once your oven is preheated, slide your casserole dish onto the middle rack. Bake it for about 25 to 30 minutes, keeping an eye on it towards the end. You want the top to be lightly golden brown and bubbly, with just a hint of crispy edges. The sweet potatoes should be fork tender, and the cheese should be perfectly melted, giving you that delicious gooey texture we all crave. If you want to get the top extra crispy, you can broil it for the last 2 to 3 minutes, but be careful, things can go from crispy to burnt pretty quickly under a broiler. So keep an eye on it and pull it out once you're satisfied with that golden finish. While it bakes, the flavors will come together beautifully. The sweet potatoes will soften, absorbing all those nutrients, while the kale wilts just enough to become tender without losing its nutritional punch. The cheese will melt in and create a delicious, creamy texture that holds everything together. When the casserole is done, pull it out of the oven and let it rest for a few minutes. This gives everything a chance to settle and cool down just a bit, so you don't burn your tongue while trying to get the first bite. Trust me, it'll be worth the wait. And that's it. Your eye-boosting casserole is ready. You've got a dish packed with vision-friendly nutrients that not only tastes amazing, but also supports your eye health in the long run. Now, let's talk about how to work this casserole into your regular routine for maximum impact. So now that you've got your casserole ready, the big question is, how often should you eat it to actually start seeing results? Here's the deal. Consistency is key when it comes to boosting your eye health. This isn't a quick fix miracle meal. It's all about giving your eyes the nutrients they need, day in and day out, to function at their best. For maximum benefits, try to make this casserole a regular part of your weekly meal rotation. Aim for at least 1 or 2 servings per week. If you can, making it twice a week would be even better. But don't stress if you can't make it every single day. Life happens, right? The goal here is to incorporate these eye-healthy ingredients regularly into your diet, not just eat it once and hope for instant results. You could also try preparing a bigger batch, which makes for an easy meal prep option. Just pop it in the fridge, and you've got a quick, nutritious meal that you can reheat whenever you're ready. This way, you're getting those essential nutrients without needing to cook from scratch every time. And here's a little bonus tip. If you're looking to add some extra nutrition to your diet, consider pairing the casserole with a side of another eye-boosting food, like a salad with spinach or some carrots on the side. The more you add these kinds of foods into your meals, the more support your eyes get. But remember, just like any healthy habit, consistency is the name of the game. You're not going to see an overnight transformation, but after a few weeks of regularly incorporating this casserole into your meals, you might start to notice less eye strain, better focus, and a clearer, more comfortable vision. It's about steady, long-term support for your eyes, and this casserole can be a key player in that. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Is this casserole really going to improve my vision? And let me be clear. This isn't a magic fix or a one-time miracle. But here's the thing. When you consistently feed your eyes the nutrients they crave, over time, you'll start to notice some real improvements. It's not about replacing glasses or contacts overnight, but rather about supporting your eye health in a way that makes a difference. This casserole is packed with beta-carotene, lutein, zeaxanthin, and all those antioxidants and vitamins that are proven to protect your eyes from things like macular degeneration, eye strain, and even night vision issues. We're talking about a slow but steady process where your eyes get the nutrients they need to perform at their best. So, after a week or 2 of adding this dish to your regular routine, don't be surprised if you start noticing some changes. You might feel less eye fatigue after long hours of screen time, or have an easier time focusing on fine details. Maybe your eyes will feel more refreshed after a long day, or you'll even notice that you can see a little better in dim light. It's not about instant miracles, it's about long-term support. By the time you've been eating this casserole for a month, your eyes could feel less strained, sharper, and more comfortable overall. It's like giving your vision a little upgrade every time you enjoy this meal. And while you may not see a dramatic shift right away, the cumulative benefits will be noticeable. So here's my challenge to you. Make this casserole a regular part of your routine for the next month. Stick with it, and by the end of that month, I'm betting you'll notice a real difference in how your eyes feel and how they perform. Your future self will thank you for making that simple, delicious decision. You might be wondering, okay, this casserole sounds great, but when should I eat it for the best results? Well, it turns out that timing can actually play a role in how your body absorbs and utilizes all those awesome nutrients. For optimal benefits, try to eat this casserole in the evening, preferably for dinner. Here's why. Your body's digestive and repair systems are more active at night, especially while you sleep. So when you eat this nutrient-dense casserole before bed, the vitamins and antioxidants can go to work while you rest, helping your body repair and replenish itself for the next day. Think of it like giving your eyes a little TLC while you sleep. feeding them all the right stuff to keep them healthy and strong. Plus, it's a comforting, satisfying dish that will make a great addition to your nighttime routine, so you'll wake up feeling refreshed, and your eyes will be getting that nourishing boost. If you're not an evening eater, though, don't worry. This casserole is still packed with nutrients, no matter when you eat it. Just aim to incorporate it into your regular meal schedule, and you'll still get the full benefits over time. But if you want that overnight repair action, dinner is definitely the sweet spot. And remember, don't just eat it once and expect miracles. Make it a regular part of your meal plan, and your eyes will thank you in the long run. You're not just feeding your stomach, you're nourishing your eyes with every bite. All right, let's take a moment to address one of the most common questions I get about this recipe. Can it really improve my vision? Here's the deal. This casserole is going to replace your glasses or magically restore perfect eyesight overnight, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. The ingredients we're using, like sweet potatoes, kale, and all those nutrients, are scientifically proven to support and protect eye health. By consistently incorporating them into your diet, you're giving your eyes the nutrients they need to perform at their best. What this casserole can do is reduce eye strain, protect against long-term damage like macular degeneration, and help you feel less tired or dry after long hours of screen time or reading. You might notice that your eyes feel clearer, more comfortable, or even sharper in low-light situations. It's all about supporting your eye health in the long run, and these nutrients work together to make sure your eyes are getting the best care possible. So while it's not a magic cure-all, it's definitely a healthy, proactive step toward maintaining good vision. And over time, you'll likely start noticing some real improvements: less eye fatigue, better focus, and a more comfortable viewing experience. Trust me, the results won't be immediate, but they'll absolutely be worth the wait. It's about taking care of your eyes every day, and this casserole is just one delicious way to do that. A lot of people wonder, what if I don't like kale or sweet potatoes? Can I swap them out for something else? The answer is yes. You can definitely substitute ingredients. But it's important to keep in mind that the nutrients you're looking for are what make this casserole so beneficial for your eyes. For the sweet potatoes, if you're not a fan, you could swap them for butternut squash or carrots, both of which are also rich in beta-carotene. These alternatives will still give you that eye-boosting vitamin A. Those sweet potatoes are ideal because they're a great source of fiber and antioxidants too. As for the kale, if you're not into leafy greens, I get it. Sometimes it's a texture thing. Spinach is a fantastic alternative. Spinach is also packed with lutein and zeaxanthin, the powerful antioxidants that protect your retina from damage. If you're really not a fan of leafy greens, you could try adding in some other veggies that contain similar nutrients, like collard greens or Swiss chard. Don't feel like sticking with the cheese? You can easily go dairy-free by using nutritional yeast or a plant-based cheese alternative that still melts well. You'll get that creamy, cheesy texture without compromising on your dietary preferences. The goal here is to make sure you're still getting those key nutrients: beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, so feel free to experiment with what works for you. The great thing about this casserole is that it's flexible, and the nutrient-dense ingredients are easy to swap out while still maintaining the health benefits. So, if you're not crazy about one ingredient, don't sweat it. Make this recipe work for you, and you'll still be doing wonders for your eye health. A common question I get from people who want to make this casserole part of their routine is, do I have to make it every week for it to work? Well, the short answer is no. You don't have to make it every single week. But here's the thing. Consistency is key when it comes to any health benefit, and that includes your eyes. To get the full impact of all those nutrients, it's a good idea to aim for making this casserole at least once or twice a week. The more regularly you eat foods rich in beta-carotene, lutein, and zeaxanthin, the better your eyes will be supported over time. If you're able to make this casserole a part of your weekly meal plan, that's awesome. It makes it much easier to get those essential nutrients on a regular basis. But if you miss a week or can't make it every time, don't stress. You can still get benefits as long as you're incorporating other eye-healthy foods into your diet. If you're looking for variety, try mixing it up with different eye-boosting recipes. The goal is to give your eyes the right nutrients regularly, whether that comes from this casserole or other meals. So, while weekly is ideal, the most important thing is making sure you're getting that steady intake of the nutrients that will help your eyes thrive. Just remember, it's about building a long-term habit, so don't stress if you don't have time to make it every week. Just try to work it in as often as you can. Your eyes will thank you for it. So, you might be thinking, is it really worth the effort? The answer is a resounding yes. The long-term benefits of regularly consuming eye-boosting foods like this casserole far outweigh the initial effort. It's not about expecting a huge difference overnight, but more about the slow, steady support you're giving your eyes over time. Think of it this way. Just like you don't go to the gym once and expect a six-pack to appear, your eyes need regular, consistent care to stay sharp and healthy. Over time, the nutrients in this casserole, like the vitamin A from sweet potatoes and the antioxidants from kale, are actively working to keep your eyes in top shape. This helps protect against things like macular degeneration, age-related vision loss, and even the everyday strain we all deal with from screen time. The goal here isn't to make you feel like you have to be perfect or follow this casserole regimen to the letter. It's more about creating a lifestyle where you're actively taking care of your eyes, making sure they get the nutrients they need to perform well now and into the future. Over time, you might notice your eyes feel less fatigued, your night vision might improve, and your overall eye health could improve too. It's a long-term investment in the health of your eyes, which are, let's face it, one of the most important parts of your body. And just like taking care of your body, the more consistently you nourish your eyes with the right foods, the better they'll function. So, while the changes might be gradual, sticking with this approach will set you up for better vision in the long run. Plus, you'll feel better overall, knowing that you're proactively protecting your eyes instead of waiting until a problem pops up. It's all about supporting your eyes for the future, and trust me, it's totally worth it. Alright, here's the fun part. I'm officially challenging you to make this casserole a regular part of your routine for the next 30 days. Yes, that's right. Commit to it for a full month and see what happens. I'm betting you'll notice a difference in how your eyes feel and perform. And you might even be surprised by how much more comfortable they are after a long day. Here's the deal. 30 days of consistently giving your eyes the nutrients they need to thrive. What's the worst that could happen? Worst case scenario, you've got a delicious, nutritious casserole in your meal rotation that's great for your health overall. Best case scenario, your eyes feel less tired, you notice improved clarity, and you're doing something positive for your long-term eye health. Think about it this way. Just 30 days. That's a small investment of time for potentially better vision and less strain. And I'm not saying you have to ditch your glasses or skip a visit to the eye doctor, but by making this casserole part of your life, you're actively supporting your vision and setting yourself up for healthier eyes in the future. So, give it a shot. Make the casserole, eat it regularly for 30 days, and then come back and tell me how it worked for you. I'm curious to hear what changes you notice and how your eyes feel. You've got nothing to lose, except maybe a little eye strain. Let's do this. Alright, here's the bottom line. Don't wait any longer. This casserole is a simple, easy, and delicious way to give your eyes the support they need to stay healthy, strong, and sharp. You've got the power to improve your vision right at your fingertips, and it doesn't require any special pills, drops, or expensive treatments. Just real food with real benefits. You've got sweet potatoes packed with beta-carotene for your retina, kale loaded with lutein and zeaxanthin to protect against harmful blue light, and a bunch of other ingredients that come together to make this casserole a total eye health powerhouse. It's not magic, but it's pretty close when you think about how well it works over time. So, get in the kitchen and start cooking. Make this casserole a regular part of your weekly meals and challenge yourself to see the results after 30 days. Your eyes will thank you. And remember, it's not just about seeing better in the moment. It's about investing in your eye health for the long haul. You've got everything to gain and nothing to lose. Go ahead, try it out, and see how it works for you. Your future self will definitely be glad you did. And here we are. The final step in your eye health journey, the payoff. After all this, I've got to ask, are you ready to give your eyes the TLC they deserve? You've got a secret weapon in your hands, a casserole that's not only delicious, but packed with the nutrients your eyes need to stay sharp and healthy. Now, it's your turn to take the plunge. Make this casserole your new go-to and commit to it for a week, a month, or longer. What's the worst that could happen? You'll have an eye-boosting meal that's not only good for your vision, but also satisfies your taste buds. Over time, you'll likely start noticing less eye strain, improved focus, and clearer vision. And hey, even if you don't see immediate dramatic changes, just remember you're taking care of your eyes for the long term. In a world full of screens and stress, that's more important than ever. So don't wait for the perfect time. Make this casserole a regular part of your meals and take that first step toward better eye health today. Your eyes will definitely thank you in the long run, and who knows, maybe you'll be the one spreading the word about this secret casserole to your friends and family. Now go ahead, fire up that oven and get cooking. You've got this. Your eyes will be feeling better before you know it.